Hello everyone, today I'll build the third and final DIY miniature kit from RoLife. A buzzing little burger joint complete with a pop dispenser, warming station, cash register, all kinds of delicious food and more. Let's see how some of their miniatures compare to the Mini Brands or MiniVerse foods. And by the way, RoLife has a whole bunch of different kits on their website, so go check them out. I left their link in the description and use the code GBKuhleen15 at checkout to get 15% off your order. Now let's start building this. If you've seen my previous video, you already know that all these kits come with a very nice and detailed booklet that gives you step-by-step instructions with pictures, and everything is laid out nicely. First thing I'm going to build is the structure of this little joint, and just like with the other ones, you got the floor, you got the walls, and then you have those cardboard inserts for the wall. And technically I was thinking that if I measure the exact size of these inserts, I could actually design my own and put my spin on it and then just print them and change the whole look of this shop. Well, okay, technically it's not a shop, it's a fast food place. Up next, we're gonna build these little menus. Not build them, because they're already built. They are these plastic little pieces, and we just need to add the stickers. First sign is a Best Burgers welcome little menu. We have beef burger for $7.29, shrimp burger, that is very interesting, for $5.29, mini burger for $3.99, so probably that's from the kids menu. And then for drinks, we just have one drink, and that's cola for $1.09. This little sign here that says burger shop kind of looks like Burger King's logo a little bit. But anyway, the second sign says cheese beef burger. I think they should have just called it a cheeseburger, and it seems like it's on sale for $9.19. And that's interesting because the beef burger is $7.29, so then the cheese burger is $9.19, so you pay another almost $2, $1.90 for extra cheese. Not for extra, just for cheese. And lastly, we have the hot dog combo, which is $12.19. You get a hot dog and a fountain drink. In my opinion, that's a little bit overpriced. You can get the burger, $9.19, and then get a drink for $1.09, and that's what, $10.28? So that's cheaper and it's more food. But anyway, those are details. Maybe RoLife, if you can work a little bit more on these, graphics and kind of like make them a little bit more, I don't know, realistic. Because I've seen the same type of weird wording or, weird pricing and all that stuff with the other kits. So I think that's definitely a point that they could improve on. And then we also have a little clock to put together. It's just a round piece of plastic, and then we add the sticker. And just a quick note, these are some interesting stickers because they're kind of like raised, so they have this dimension. It's not just plain very flat sticker, and I think that's a very nice touch. I cannot believe I lined this so good. It's not perfect by any means, but it's pretty darn good. So the clock will go right over here, and then the little menus will go right here on this other wall. Oh my god, I just realized what I did. I have put this sticker the wrong way. I don't even know if I can take it off. Probably not, but I'll give it a try. See, that's the thing. If this was perfectly centered, I would not have been able to take it off. That's for sure. But the fact that that piece there in the corner was not 100% flat on this and it was a little bit raised, yeah, very, very good save. Wait, am I putting it right? Yes. Let's go like this. All right, it's good. So I guess at the end of the day, something good came out of a little imperfection. And finally, there's this little pickup area sticker that we're gonna add to the wall right here. And then we're gonna move on to building some actual furniture. So this counterpart goes right over here. The smaller one goes over here. There's also a little door for this one. The other one I think has sliding doors. Let's see, do I still know how to put this in? Yep, still got it. How are we gonna open it now? I really think they should have added one of those handles here as well, because it's really hard to open unless you have long nails or something. I said this while building the other ones, but I really like how flush everything is and perfect. So then to this one, we have two sliding doors, and there's two little channels there that they need to go into. Obviously one in the back and then the other one in the front. And I think they made it easier for us this time because see these two little parts over here? They can easily fit in there, and then you can slide it. Well, you still have to kind of force it in, but it's not as difficult as the other ones. So that's one. I was like, where's the other one? So here's the little cabinet with the sliding doors. They work perfectly fine. That was the easy part though, because now we need to get these two stickers all the way down here and wrap it around, which can be difficult if you don't align them perfectly because they're gonna kind of like slant down or up. So I'll try my best. Alright, that wasn't quite as hard as I imagined, and I think it turned out pretty good. It's also a very nice touch in my opinion, other than just leaving them blank like that. I went a little higher here, but I think that's okay. There's a little poster that goes on the side of this one. And we also have this little acrylic sign to which we're going to add the sticker, peel it off, and then usually I don't use these dots to stick things in place because I don't want them to be permanent. For this one, we'll have to use a sticky dot in order to keep it in place. Now that we finished that part, it's time to build a little food display, or the place where you keep your food warm. I guess this little thing kind of works both ways. You also display the food, but you also keep it warm. So first they said we should add this little frame here. Oh, that actually fits perfect. This is impressive. I don't know why they wouldn't just put it together for it to come like this, but I'm surprised how well it fits together. And then we're gonna add this little base plate, and they said we need to make sure that these grooves here are on the outer side, and it's all gonna make sense in just a little bit. Then we're gonna add this bottom part, which, by the way, look how detailed it is. Even here, they didn't just make it flat, they actually added the details. And if that's not already enough detail, they even included this little knob here that you can actually control the temperature of this thing. Well, obviously not for real, but you get the gist of what I'm trying to say. They actually paid attention to that detail, And I think I'm better off just using my fingers for this part. And you can actually turn the little knob, but I just noticed now it doesn't control the temperature. It's more of a on and off switch, which I thought this thing all the way to the right is the on and off switch, but oh well. And then the last piece to add is this sticker that says warning hot surface. This is a really tiny little bugger. So this also comes with a tray that we're going to put here at the bottom, and then a little grill holder thingy that we're going to put here on the top. Look at this little drumstick. It looks so cool. So we're going to fill it up with some chicken pieces at the bottom, and then also, I guess those are some nuggets on the top part. It doesn't have to be perfect right now because we're still going to fiddle around with it. They do actually suggest that you stick them in place with those strips or with the sticky dots, but again, I don't want them to be permanent in there. I actually want to be able to use them for other stuff. Now we're going to add these clear sliding doors. And that's it. We got this little food display / warmer with, of course, the sliding doors that I don't want to get prints on, but I also wanted to show you guys how it works. And that goes right over here in this space between the counters. And then on top of it, we're going to place this little pair of yellow tongs. And we also have this little cute ketchup bottle that we just need to add a sticker to. Also, both of these items should be stuck in place with those sticky dots, but again, no. The next thing we're going to build is the little fountain drink, soda dispenser, whatever you call it, soda, Coke, pop, which is the way I call it, is called different in different parts of this country. One part I really don't understand is why they call it Coke. So we got these little things that usually used to push your cup on and then, the soda comes out, or the pop. See, now I'm calling it different things. And they say we should put these in there. And they said insert firmly. Okay, so insert until you hear a little click. And once you're done, they should all kind of like move freely. Here on the bottom part, we're gonna add one of those cool little stickers that is kind of like has dimension to it, I guess. It's kind of like raised. I don't know if there's a word for it, but I know, if it's the other way around, it would be engraved. All I know is that it looks really, really good. And the options we have here is cola, lemon, grape, and orange. It's time to add another sticker. This one says drinks. And then this whole part gets attached over here. Then we have this little back plate that goes over here. Very nice and tight fit. And then this part goes over here, but I'm not sure if it should be like this or like this. I'm inclined to say it's like this. Oh, never mind. I've just noticed that it has these rounded corners here that fit perfectly in this part. So obviously it goes like this. I was wrong. And then this whole thing gets attached to the fountain drink machine. I think this looks absolutely amazing, and now all we're missing is a cup over here. Here's the little cup, but of course we're gonna have to add a sticker, which absolutely terrifies me because as if the regular stickers weren't hard enough to position, this one is, I don't know, like angled like that. It has an arch, so yeah, I think if I mess this up, I'm gonna mess it up real bad. I always say that and then it turns absolutely okay, so maybe I should just stop complaining. And just as I suspected, it was all okay and it turned out great. Even though this is not where it's gonna live, we're gonna just place it here for now because it's time to build a cash register. They say we should start with this receipt first, and then we should do this and kind of like stick it to itself. This reminds me of putting that sticker on your luggage whenever you travel and you check in a bag. I'm just wondering if we can see what it says on it. Probably not, but I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. So it's 0923 recipe. Like we can see the total, we can kind of see the total, it's 29 something. It's incredibly detailed. I wonder what kind of printers are they using. All right, so this is the part where the receipt will come out of. We just need to snap it in here first. And then we have this thing that shows you the price. I don't know if it should be facing this way or that way. Based on the guide, it should be facing that way. And then this will be facing the customer, I think. I don't know. But you know what? Let's put the sticker on first because it's going to be easier to work with it like this. Then this bottom part goes in here. And now we can push this thing all the way down. I think it's looking pretty good. Now we're going to slightly bend this receipt and we're just going to slide it in there. It's a very tight fit, almost like it doesn't fit, but I think it's on purpose so that it sticks here and it doesn't, you know, just fall off. I really like that they added the receipt. It's a nice touch. Now we're going to have to make some boxes for the fries and for the burger, and I'm just going to make them real quick and skip over so you guys can see them at the end. Here's how the fries container looks like. And guess what? It also comes with some fries that we can just slide in there. That's the wrong way. I was like, why don't they go in? Come on, you gotta admit, that looks really cute. So here's the other portion of fries. We have 2 in total. And then I also built these 2 boxes off camera because they were a little bit more complex than I imagined. And then this one actually is a fail because that little tab in there doesn't go all the way in for some reason. I don't know why. So it's kind of a fail unless we just close it and keep it closed. But this other one we're gonna use, and it's not actually for burgers. I think it's for nuggets. We're gonna put another sticker on another cup for a drink. Hopefully this one also turns nicely. Honestly, I think this one turned even better than the other one. Check this out. They actually gave us the drink that goes inside, and it even has like a couple ice cubes on the top over there, and it slides right in. That's not all. We also get a cup cover and also a straw. So let's put the cover on and then get one of those little straws and just slide it in there. Isn't that perfect? I mean, the attention to detail they put into this is amazing. We also have a clear cup that needs a sticker, but this one is a lot easier to put on than the other one. And this one also comes with a drink, a cover, and a straw. All right, now we're gonna need to definitely put some things in their places because I need to put a tray over there with fries and a drink, but we still have a few more things to build, so don't go anywhere. So we got this little orange tray here that we're gonna line up with a piece of paper. Tell me that doesn't look like Burger King, even the colors, right? I mean, technically maybe no, because this just represents a burger. You have the bun, ketchup, beef, mayo, onions, mustard, lettuce, and then bun. But anyway, on this tray, we're gonna have a little drink and a little portion of fries. And that goes over here on the counter in the pickup area. Oh wait, never mind. I forgot something. Let's take these off because apparently this thing also gets a little liner over here. It's a sticker. It's this one over here. I guess it's like a mat. This is always slanted, but for some reason I cannot fix it. It just keeps going back to its original position, but maybe later I'll fix it. Let's put our cash register back. And then of course our food. Yeah, the drink fell on the floor. For some reason it doesn't spill. It's interesting, isn't it? Okay. Sometimes your fingers work best, so just use those instead of tweezers. So far so good. Now it's time to build a sitting area and a table, and then we're gonna have to put some food together. I really like this old school design on the table. The table is pretty easy and straightforward to build. You just add one leg here and then the other leg over here. And then you have this little base plate. It goes in there like so. Got ourselves a little table. And I think actually this should go a little bit back. And the table will be here. We also got a little booth, but I don't like that it's damaged over there. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't come off. You know what? We can just treat it as wear and tear. It's not like it's a brand new, well, it is a brand new set, but imagine it's not a brand new fast food that just opened. This is even more simple than the table. We just need to add this little base here and check out how the whole thing changes once we add this, right? Isn't that cool? Even though they say we should build the chair a little bit later, we're just gonna do it now, so then all we have to do is the food part. It's really interesting sometimes how some of these pieces come like this, while other ones are just loose. I really don't know what's the reason. Maybe it's just cost, or, you know, time. Or maybe it's just because they're tinier pieces, so they don't want them to bend. I don't know. All right, so this orange cushion gets snapped in here. And then this piece that doesn't really make sense right now, but I'm sure it will in the future, gets snapped on the bottom part. Something like that. Okay, it already makes sense. It's because these are actually the legs. They're the back legs and these are the front legs. And apparently they said that the legs are a little bit different, so you gotta pay attention. That's because they kind of curve like this to fit in that little notch over there. See, they go in like this and they fit in there. Otherwise, if we put it here, it's not gonna work. All right, and the final part, we're adding the backrest. Let me tell you, this chair is really good quality. It's better than the one we had in the kitchen series. So cool, so well built, and I like the design as well. We're gonna put it over here. And now for the really fun part, we're gonna work on all the food that goes on that table. First thing we're gonna work on is this little sauce container. And this is where we're gonna use that last dimension sticker. That's what I'm gonna call it. And it's actually perfect for this. It just makes it look so much real. And now check this out. We're gonna add the sticker, but only halfway. And then we're gonna bend the other half to look as if it's open, you know? Look at that. Isn't that cool? Next, we're gonna work on this bucket of chicken. And we're gonna use our last of those arched stickers. I'm really glad this is the last one. Hopefully I can get it right. And then we're good. I'd say that looks decent, right? It says yum yum, love and meat. Okay, it's a very interesting slogan. So in here we're gonna add some of these nuggets or chicken tenders, one buffalo drumstick, and then one buffalo wing. You can arrange them however you want. You can stick them in place, but I'm gonna leave it like this for now. And then remember that little box that we built? Well, in here, we're gonna add a little drumstick. Maybe it's a wing because this looks like a flat from the wing. So I think, yeah, I think these are just two wings, or I mean one wing, but you know, the two parts of a wing. All right, so far so good. And now we're gonna build a burger. And once again, it says we should use these sticky dots in between so that it stays in place, but I think we're just gonna leave it as is for now. And they also give you two ways to present this. You can either wrap it or you have these little squares that you can place it on. I think I'm gonna go with method number 2. So this is the bottom bun, to which we're gonna add one patty. Then we're gonna add the lettuce, then another patty. So this is obviously a double, I was gonna say cheeseburger. It's a double burger. And then this is the top bun. I would never make a burger like this. I would definitely add mayo, ketchup, onions, tomatoes, some special sauce, I guess. But even so, with just 3 ingredients, it still looks pretty good. And then this is the wrapper I was telling you about. If you cut this big square, you can actually, you know, wrap it. And then these two are if you just want to place it on it. I'll once again bring the table closer to you so that you can get a nice view of everything else we're going to put here. Even though this option is a little bit shaky, I'm going to try to just be as steady as possible. Okay, so we're going to have to move a couple things here, like the sauce, and then this will go over here. We're going to add this little orange tray. This paper liner will go over there. And then this paper is for the burger. I think I'm gonna put it like this instead of, you know, perfectly square. And the challenge is now to put the burger over here without missing anything, because remember, it's not glued together, so yeah. Now we're gonna add some fries and of course a drink. Never mind, it spilled again. I think we're gonna put the drink on the table, which means that we can position the fries a little bit differently because we have more room on the tray. I kind of want this to face this other way. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. It sure is a lot of food, but I'm quite hungry right now. I think I can finish most of it. Okay, we have 2 more things. One of them is this little carryout bag that looks something like this, and it should go somewhere over here. even though I think we could have done without it. Actually, maybe we can put this extra box of chicken nuggets or just chicken in here. This way it's not empty, you know? And then the other thing we have is this cute delivery box to keep the food nice and warm. It actually opens and it's kind of like all made out of rubber. And it says burger shop over here and has a little scooter. And then this also gets a little sticker. Surprise, surprise. And this is actually the last sticker on the sheet. And apparently this goes over here where the pickup area is, which obviously it's also a way to gauge how far this should be from the wall. So let's push it just a tad bit. And then this can go a little bit outwards. And here's the final result, the Yum Yum Burgers, or the Ro Burger, because get it, RoLife, Ro Burger, or the Burger Shop. I've seen that written in a couple places as well. So that is one thing that I would suggest RoLife does, is improve the kind of like overall graphics, not the colors or anything, but just kind of like the writing and the numbers and the prices and stuff like that. Don't go anywhere just yet. We still need to add the outside panels and then also the lighting kit. And after all that, I will show you how these can connect to the other sets to make a really nice, cool display. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because I explained it in the previous videos, but you can also get one of these roofs that also holds the light for the whole set. And it's pretty easy to put together. You just need to attach the light and then run the wire through the back panel and into the little box that then you can connect to a power bank to turn everything on. All right, let's see how it looks with the light on. That is so nice, isn't it? There's a little touch button here on the back that you can just tap and it turns on and off. Let's turn off some of the lights. It's getting a little more cozy in here, isn't it? Wish the light was a little bit brighter. Oh, it went off. I think my battery bank is dead. That's why. Maybe we have another few seconds of juice in there, but I wanted to show you real quick. As opposed to how it was with the other sets, where there was lights in the oven or, you know, in other places. This one just has the top light. But even with just one light, I think it looks great. We got the pop machine over there, the chicken warming up in there and being nicely displayed. A little bit of a tray here that's ready to go, the cash register, and then of course this table full of delicious food. Now before we attach the other two sets, one more thing I wanted to show you is that you can also get these dust-proof doors, which I think are absolutely amazing because you don't want dust getting into these little miniatures because they're going to be a pain to clean. These are pretty easy and straightforward to install, and at the end you have a nice little miniature set with doors and dust will not get in there. Alright, now let me show you real quick how you can connect these. First of all, there's two methods to connect them. You can do straight like this, so one next to each other, or you can kind of like lay them on top of each other. If you want to connect them next to each other and not, you know, one on top of each other, you get these little thingies that look kind of like the Lego connectors, or maybe they're exactly like that. Lego connectors. And then it also matters whether you want them to be open or do you want to have the roof on, which I'm guessing you would like to have the roof on since it's also containing that little light over there. So one of those connectors will go over here in the roof part. And then remember when we added those little covers in the base plate? So you would have to remove one of them and put a connector in there as well. And now, since we're connecting them next to each other, we can actually remove this. Technically, I think if you just remove this little knob, you should be okay, but I'm just going to remove this whole panel. Okay, that wasn't supposed to happen like that. And then, of course, you just bring them together and snap them in. Things moved around inside a little bit. That's why they tell you, I guess, to use those sticky things, you know, but it's fine. You can kind of like arrange them back. I'm not going to do that right now. Let me just show you how I connect the other one. Now, since I removed the roof from this one, obviously it would look like this, and also it doesn't have that dust-proof door. And here's how they look. Of course, you can add more on top, or you can keep going to the sides and make it as long as you want. Here's a quick example of what you can make if you have 9 of these. The other method is to stack them on top of each other, which I'm not going to do because it's a little bit more involved. Plus, I plan on modifying these and adding more stuff and playing around with them. But basically, you more or less follow the same type of steps. And then also the light actually can be mounted in the base underneath it, and it will look something like this. And then you run the wire through the little notch. And then in terms of power for the lights, lights. I did not know this, but apparently you can combine 2 or more of these and kind of like just connect them together one after another, and then just plug in a power bank, and technically they should all turn on. Or each of these little things have 3 little slots. So technically, if, for example, the one on top just has 1 light and this one over here has 2 lights, you can run it from the top and go down to this little power bank. Well, not power bank, this little controller thingy. And then from here, you can connect the power bank. Again, there's so many possibilities and so many things you can do with these. As you probably know from a short I did, where I modified that to look like a working sink. And I want to do similar things with the kitchen and with these 2 as well. For now, thank you so much in advance for liking, commenting, and for subscribing. I really do hope that you enjoyed this video. If you want to check out this set or any other sets that they have, I'll leave their link in the description of the video. And also, please don't forget to use the code GBKuhleen15 at checkout to get 15% off your order. And now, as usual, you guys stay golden and keep on shining until the next video. Bye bye.